Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to do my second layout with my April Mini Kit Monday kit. And I am using mostly the Jen Hadfield collection. You guys can always go back and see my kit reveal. I'll be using this photo right here. This is a photo of, this is myself, Sarah, and MK from a retreat we went on in Hawaii. I wish it was Hawaii, geez, in Ohio. And I think I'm going to be using, which sketch did I decide to use? I'm going to use this sketch right here. I'm going to use this sketch. This is from the April 2019 page maps that I'm using for my inspiration for this month. And I'm going to use these 3 pieces of paper from the Jen Hadfield collection, and then whatever else I decide to pull in. I just knew I wanted to use these right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start fast forwarding the next part of the video. I'm going to throw something on Netflix to watch, and I'll do a voiceover so you don't have to sit through, you know, an incredibly laborious process of me getting my scrap on. A little coffee to the side. I have a movie going on, so sit back, grab a cuppa, and let's enjoy. All right, so you've seen the photos I'm going to take. You see my arms reaching across, throwing on my Netflix movie. I think, knowing me, I was watching some documentary or series or something like that. So I usually, while I'm trying to figure out which direction I really want to go, I'll either trim my photos or trim the paper or whatever. So that's what I'm doing there, just trying to get my sea legs, as it were, with this layout. And I have great product that I'm using from the Jen Hadfield Along the Way collection, which all of that collection that I was able to pick up, I got at Tuesday morning, which means that I totally scored. Super lucky. They had a bunch of it. I also got one die cut package from, is it called My Bright Life or something like that? But I haven't seen any of the rest of that collection there. I was just really excited that I scored the die cuts or ephemera, whatever you want to call it, collection that goes with that. Anyway, here you see I am using this really pale peachy pink with a nice brighter mint green floral piece, which I love the contrast. And the soft colors are fun to use because I've been using a lot of bright colors lately in my scrapbooking, or I should say like really saturated colors in scrapbooking, like the Vicky Bouton Kaleidoscope collection, which was uber saturated. So now I'm kind of using a bit of a calmer collection. I decided to grab a punch that I have, which is a border punch, because I'm trying to use my punches a little bit more, and I keep them to the right of me in a drawer, so thought I would just have some kind of a finish going on. And yeah, we all need to use our punches just a little bit more. We bought them, so we should be using them, I think. So that's what you see there, but I think I only use a couple inches of that paper. I just wanted to go ahead and make it just slightly more interesting for me. So I'm going to use that as the top piece, and it's a much bolder contrast that you'll end up seeing there. And what else to tell you? You know I'm using a sketch. You know the collection I'm using. Oh, I know. We can talk about the Mini Kit Monday Facebook group that is growing like crazy. So I'll have a link below to the group if you haven't joined it to become a part of it. You get to make your own kit, and like for example, there's 5 Mondays this month, so you have a chance to have up to 5 entries for a little goodie at the end of the month, which will be chosen and sent out. And our team, we each have chosen a month to send out goodies, so I think a mini kit will be sent out to whoever is lucky enough to win this time around. All right, so you see I have the 6x8 paper pad there, and I'm seeing what might work. Also, there's going to be links below that you can go ahead and see what the rest of the ladies for Mini Kit Monday and our that our team is coming up with. We all have different looking kits. Some of us are using page maps for this month for inspiration, and some are just doing their own thing, and all of that is great. But you can take a look and see what everybody is working on for our mini kits, our Mini Kit Monday group that we're in. So it's a lot of fun. I can tell you there's some of the most fun, happy, sweet ladies that I've known in years. I'm really lucky to call them my friends. We've been doing a lot of scrapbooking on Sundays together on video chat, and they're just a blast. They're the girls that you wanted to know in high school. So I'm lucky enough to call them my friends. So I loved this brighter yellow paper that's in the 6x8 kit, and it has a nice metallic gold finish, so I get to have just a little bit of dimension on that piece of paper, and I'm matting it yet again to enjoy some of this black check, because if I have the option to mat my picture a bazillion times, chances are I'm gonna go ahead and take it. So I like the idea of having it kind of centered, because Sarah's head is kind of facing off to the right and MK's is facing to the left. So I don't want it super strong. Oh, and I'm looking straight on. So we get the option to go any which way on this. Okay, so these rub-ons I'm using, these Kaiser rub-ons, they're vintage. I mean, I'm talking like at least 10 years old. And I wanted to start using some of my old rub-ons either to know if they work or not, and try to start using them up in my kits and in my scrapbooking, because I think I just have a collection of them. It's ridiculous. So I do have my own little goal to start using them more and more on layouts. And the funny thing is that these vintage rub-ons go on like the day that I bought them. They're absolutely fantastic. And I have no idea where I even bought them from, but they do work great. So sorry that you are seeing part of my head there, but I am a wee bit on the short side, and sometimes I gotta lean over to see what's what. It's just kind of the way things go. Let's see. So, yes, you see what I'm doing there. I'm getting it on, and it does go on perfectly. I am lucky. The last rub-ons I tried to do that, I actually had to toss them. I actually felt like I was spending more time than anything, like just trying to cram them onto my page. So they're definitely a hit or miss kind of situation. But it did bring a little bit of black stitching look to the bottom of my layout. So this is a good thing. So I am looking at these Jen Hadfield wood embellishments. I love them, but they're kind of massive. So I don't know if they're meant more to go onto cards or not, but I really did, oh, excuse me, but I really did love the look of them. The wood on these have like a slight reddish tint. It's a little bit more of almost like a cherry wood look to them. So they're a really rich, warm looking wood, and they definitely pack a punch on your layout. So I was looking at the cute little die cuts. That's a little tray that I have below. I grabbed a couple of them at the dollar store, and I've really been enjoying them. If I have like a dedicated kit that I'm using, the wells in them, there's 3 wells, and they're big enough that you can really kind of rifle through the goodies that you're using for your kit for the month. I think I tried to situate a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just auditioning a bunch of the bits and pieces, and I do my best to get as much on there as I can without it just looking messy, quite frankly. This kit, this collection has a lot of these like profile pieces that remind me of like those kindergarten or first grade little pieces that your teachers would send home to the parents, you know, your shadow profile kind of thing. Now these wood veneer pieces are fabulous that I was able to get at Tuesday morning as well, but they're ginormous. They're absolutely ginormous. So you know how like usually you can sprinkle a few wood veneer pieces on, and you know it's just like part of it, like almost like an enamel dot, but that's not the case with these. They're really large, and they're definitely going to be a major part of your layout if you use them. But doesn't mean I won't use them. I just find them slightly more challenging than those cute little itty bitty ones. So you see that I have recovered my T-square rulers from when somebody clearly snuck into my scrap room and stole mine while I was sitting there. I don't know what happened. One is absolutely missing, and I don't know where it is. You see that I'm Frankensteining some fun foam onto this die cut because I want to, and I'm not putting it on the whole thing because I want to rest part of it up on that wreath. So I'm using my ever so fancy Nouveau glue to glue this piece on. I really like this glue because it has a really fine tip nozzle. You can squeeze harder and get a lot more on there, or you can just use a nice thin little measure of it, and it works great. I got a little glue on that strawberry up there, so I was trying to save it from my mishap. I'm repeating the word hello there, so I have hello, hello on my layout. I have oh happy day, and it's a cute little girl, like kind of carrying a little flower. She's all cheerful in the layout. Oh my gosh, I'm laying in my bed with two sleeping dogs, and I totally have the sleepies just from relaxing with them. When these boys are crashed right out, living the life. And so I apologize for my yawning, but they're making me way too relaxed, these boys of mine. So what else? That was a photo taken from a retreat that I got to go to this past month. It was at Scrapbook in Bloom. What was it called that? In Bloom? Create in Bloom? Scrap in Bloom? It was this great little spot that I think we had 20 of us there, and it was in Oak Harbor, Ohio. So there's great people. They served us fabulous food. It was a really, really nice experience. What you see here are some trims that I decided to bring into the kit here that I just had to the side in my little twine and trims bin, but I thought I would add it on in there. Just a little bit of different texture, but I do like to finish off a tag if it's going to be showing the little dot. Just a little something, something, something. So I'm trying to figure out how to put these die cuts in here. And I end up just layering them up, and there's plenty of word art clearly happening on this layout. And do you hear Mason? He's right next to me. Just, yeah, it's part of the charm of my voiceovers. Sorry, everybody. But I can't stop them. The moment I lay down or sit down to do a voiceover, they insist on joining in so that they get their 2 seconds of fame with me. So you see, I have the 3 little banners, and I'm covering up their little holes with a little wood veneer piece. Sorry about that. I'm having to respond to Pick a Kid, it looks like. They generally are chirping to me all day long, which makes me lucky. I know that I'm in such nice communication with my 3 young ones being 17 and up. My kids are older. So I'm deciding where to put one of those great little dimensional pieces that have acetate, and then they also have regular die cut pieces and all that kind of stuff. They're really fantastic. If I see those at Tuesday morning again, I'll definitely pick up another pack. I really like all the different textures and all that stuff that they did with it. I'm I flipped through the little word pieces that I picked up that are part of this kit. You also saw I checked out the colors for my Heidi Swap photo corners, and they weren't really working. They were much brighter. And I also have this bin next to my desk, to the right of my desk, with some of the fun little bits and pieces I either picked up at Tuesday morning, or I have a couple of die cut packs in there that I want to start getting used up. So I'm seeing what might go with this collection. I have been getting some nice little mileage out of those Heidi Swap gold bows, though. I've been impressed that I think I've used the gold ones in the black collection as well. So I've gotten some nice mileage out of my cheapy Tuesday morning goodies lately. And this bin here is a bunch of things that I got from the ladies at the retreat, either die cut pieces or pieces that were from just little goodie bags and stuff that we got there. Very sweet that I have all these great little bits that I got from other people or from the take table or whatever. But yeah, that's what that little bin is. Little memory bits from the retreat. I was able to use that cute little puffy epoxy arrow that was in the bottom there. I think there was a bunch of little pieces like that, and it's from some kind of Father's Day, Father something something collection. So, but I have used bits and pieces, just the ones that don't say Dad so far from that collection that I picked up. And this is just a little chipboard plus sign that was in there, and I was seeing if I could find a place to put that ticket, but not today. It's not happening today. So, let's see. I'm at this point looking to see what little bits and pieces I can use. That's my bin of sequins. And I don't know, I think these are Studio Calico sequins that I have in this little tiny ramekin, plastic ramekin piece. And I love it because the brown ones that you see there are wood grain. And I think they are just the bee's knees. I love the wood grain. They have wood grain, yellow, and the perfect, almost sheer peachy pink that goes really well with this kit. So I went ahead and grabbed sets of 3 in 3 places in there, and I'm going to put them on with my, I think they're like minuscule dots. I think that's what they are. And I got these as one of the donated goodies in the at the retreat, and I did buy another box when I was at Michael's of them because I really like them for my sequins. I don't know why they don't put more dots on there though. Like, they're really separated out, and it seems kind of a waste. I'd like it if they just put 3 million on there. It would be much more helpful for me. So that is that. Oh, I see one on the surface of my desk that stuck itself to my desk, if you can believe that. So this is my little bin here, or my little pizza box that I use to fling mist about on my layout so I don't get it all over my desk. And my desk cleans really well, but if I don't have to clean it, I won't. I tend to be pretty darn liberal with my mist because it dries a lot less vibrant than when it's wet on there. So I tend to be just a little tiny bit heavy-handed with it, with the gold at least. The other colors not as much. So the cool thing about the photo that I'm using there, I printed it on my selfie, and it has this nice shiny clear plastic feeling covering on it, so you can get paint and things off of it pretty easily. So I'm showing you the chunky chunk of my layout, and it looks like a sequin was not adhered down, so I'm doing that really quick. And that is it for the layout. So be sure to join us on our Facebook group. We're having so much fun, and check out the links to the ladies that are right below me. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you. Bye-bye.